Livia Drusilla, power behind the throne and Augustus's dynasty. In the shadows of Rome's first emperor stood a woman whose influence shaped not only his reign but the generations that followed. Livia Drusilla, wife of Augustus and matriarch of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Though she never ruled openly, Livia's intellect, ambition, and political instincts made her one of the most powerful women in Roman history. She redefined the role of the imperial consort and ensured her family's place at the heart of Roman power for decades. But was she a loyal advisor, a quiet power broker, something more calculating? A strategic marriage. Livia was born in 58 BCE into a patrician family, the Claudii, one of Rome's oldest and most respected lineages. She was originally married to Tiberius Claudius Nero, with whom she had two sons, Tiberius and Drusus. In 38 BCE, while still pregnant with her second son, she divorced Nero and married Octavian, later Augustus, a politically significant and, at the time, scandalous move. The union was more than romantic, it was strategic, joining two powerful families. Though Augustus and Livia had no children together, their marriage would prove enduring and mutually beneficial, lasting over 50 years. 2. The quiet architect of the empire, Livia didn't wield power from a throne. Instead, she operated behind the scenes, using influence, relationships, and persuasion to help shape imperial policy and protect the interests of her family. Her influence included advising Augustus on court appointments, succession plans, and family matters, acting as a political patroness, supporting key figures who would become important allies of her son Tiberius, using her moral authority and image as the ideal Roman matron to promote the values Augustus wanted associated with the new imperial order. Livia was known for her dignity, self-control, and modesty, traits that fit perfectly into Augustus's propaganda, which emphasized the restoration of traditional Roman values. 3. Shaping the Julio-Claudian dynasty. One of Livia's most lasting legacies was her influence over imperial succession. Augustus had no sons of his own, and many of his chosen heirs like Gaius and Lucius Caesar died young. Over time, Augustus was gradually persuaded, perhaps by Livia herself, to adopt Tiberius, her son from her first marriage. Tiberius eventually succeeded Augustus as emperor in 14 C. Whether this outcome was fate, manipulation, or careful planning is still debated, but Livia emerged as the mother of Rome's second emperor. She continued to be active in court during Tiberius's reign, though their relationship was reportedly strained. For the controversial legacy, a power behind many deaths. Livia's reputation has been both admired and darkened by later historians and dramatists. Some ancient sources and, much later speculations suggest, she may have been responsible for the deaths of Augustus's earlier heirs, like Marcellus, Gaius, and Lucius Caesar, to clear the way for Tiberius. There's no hard evidence for this, but the accusations reflect her perceived power. She was later fictionalized in works like Robert Graves's novel i.e. Claudius, where she's portrayed as a ruthless schemer. What is clear, however, is that Livia was a master of court politics, and she navigated a dangerous environment with remarkable success. 5. Deified after death. Eventually, Augustus died in 14 CE, reportedly with Livia at his side. In his will, he adopted her into the Julian family and left her a substantial inheritance. She took the name Julia Augusta. Tiberius, now emperor, initially blocked her deification, but after her death in 29 CE, she was eventually honored as a goddess by her grandson Claudius in 42 CE. This made Livia the first Roman woman officially deified, cementing her role not just as the emperor's wife, but as a divine figure in the imperial cult. Conclusion. The First Lady of the Empire, Livia Drusilla's story, is one of resilience, restraint, and razor-sharp political acumen. She didn't rule with an iron fist or command armies, but she shaped emperors, managed court factions, and helped define the image of Rome's first imperial dynasty. She was a mother, wife, advisor, and strategist, all while projecting the image of the ideal Roman woman. In doing so, Livia helped lay the foundations for the imperial household and demonstrated how power in Rome could be just as effective when wielded in silence.